Fish never close their eyes. They never blink, and yet somehow they still rest. If sleep is one of the most essential parts of life, how does it work in a world where eyes are always open and danger is everywhere? Today, we're uncovering a quiet mystery happening beneath the surface, right here, on History of Simple Things. To understand how fish sleep with their eyes open, we first need to let go of one very human assumption: that sleep always looks the same. For us, sleep is dramatic. We lie down, close our eyes, lose awareness, and disappear into unconsciousness for hours. Fish don't have that luxury. Their world doesn't allow it. Sleep at its core is not about closing your eyes. It's about rest. It's about slowing the body, conserving energy, and allowing the brain to reset. Fish absolutely do this, just in a way that's subtle enough to fool us into thinking they never stop being awake. One of the biggest reasons fish sleep with their eyes open is simple biology. Most fish don't have eyelids. Unlike land animals, their eyes don't dry out because water constantly washes over them. Eyelids evolved on land as protection against air, dust, and dehydration. Underwater, they're unnecessary. So when a fish rests, there's nothing to close. But eyes staying open doesn't mean the brain stays fully alert. When fish enter a resting state, their movement slows down noticeably. Their swimming becomes gentle or stops altogether. Some hover in place, barely moving their fins. Others settle against rocks, plants, coral, or the bottom of the water. During this time, their metabolism drops, their breathing slows, and their responsiveness decreases. In simple terms, they power down. Scientists call this state restful inactivity. It's not identical to human sleep, but it serves the same purpose. The fish is still alive, still aware on some level, but no longer operating at full capacity. What makes this even more fascinating is how fish brains handle rest. Instead of fully shutting down large areas like mammal brains do, fish brains reduce activity across regions or shift which parts are most active. Some species even show signs of partial brain rest, allowing one side of the brain to remain slightly alert while the other rests. This matters because fish live in an environment where danger never truly stops. Predators don't follow schedules. Darkness doesn't guarantee safety. If a fish became completely unconscious, it might never wake up at all. Sleeping with eyes open is a survival strategy. It allows fish to detect movement even while resting. A shadow, a vibration, or a sudden change in water pressure can still trigger a response. The reaction may be slower than when fully awake, but it's often fast enough to escape. Different fish sleep in different ways. Some reef fish wedge themselves into tight crevices at night, locking themselves in place so currents don't carry them away. Others rest inside coral branches or among dense plants, where predators have trouble reaching them. Parrotfish take things a step further. At night, many species secrete a transparent mucus cocoon around their bodies. This cocoon masks their scent, making it harder for predators to detect them while they sleep. Even then, their eyes remain open. Sharks present one of the most extreme examples of fish sleep. Many sharks must keep swimming to push water over their gills so they can breathe. Stopping completely would suffocate them. Instead of traditional sleep, these sharks enter a low-activity cruising state. Their movements become slow and rhythmic, their awareness decreases, and their brain activity shifts. All while their eyes remain open and their bodies stay in motion. Other sharks can rest on the ocean floor, pumping water over their gills manually. Even then, their eyes never close. This constant openness gives fish an eerie, almost unsettling appearance to human observers. We associate open eyes with alertness, awareness, and consciousness. Seeing an animal rest without closing them feels unnatural, but only because we're applying our rules to a very different kind of life. Light plays a major role in when fish sleep. Most fish follow circadian rhythms, internal biological clocks influenced by light and darkness. In the wild, fish become less active at night or during dim periods. In aquariums, they often adjust their sleep cycles to artificial lighting, resting when the lights go off and becoming active again when they turn on. That's why sudden lights in a dark tank can startle fish. Their eyes were already open. The signal just reached a resting brain. Not all fish sleep at night, though. Some species are nocturnal, resting during the day and becoming active after sunset. These fish still enter restful states, just on a different schedule. One thing fish don't seem to do is dream the way humans do. There's little evidence that most fish experience REM sleep, the phase associated with vivid dreams in mammals. Their sleep appears to focus more on physical recovery, energy conservation, and neural maintenance rather than imagination or memory replay. It's efficient, minimal risk, maximum benefit. This kind of sleep may seem primitive, but it's incredibly well suited to life underwater. Fish don't need deep unconsciousness to survive. They need balance, enough rest to function, but enough awareness to stay alive. And that balance is what makes fish sleep so remarkable. If you've ever watched a fish resting quietly, you've likely noticed how peaceful it looks. The slow fin movements, the gentle drifting, the calm stillness. It's not dramatic or obvious, but it's real. Fish aren't always watching you. Sometimes they're resting in plain sight, eyes open, bodies relaxed, brains slowing down just enough to recover. It's a reminder that life doesn't need to shut its eyes to rest. Sometimes it just needs to slow down. In a world that never fully sleeps, fish have mastered the art of resting without disappearing. And once you notice it, you'll never look at an aquarium or the ocean the same way again. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.